Good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Josie, she's back over there, back of the barn. She's making sandcastles this morning. This is Papa and Josie's homesteading. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Yeah, got a pretty nice day today. It's supposed to be up around 50. It's 46 when we come outside, but I don't think it's supposed to get much warmer today. Y'all are making sandcastles this morning.
You help me?
Not right at this moment. I'll help you here in a minute. What do you need? You need it pecked on? Peck.
It's working?
Did it work?
I did.
Did it work?
I did.
Let's see.
I see it.
You see it?
My wiggle.
Let's see. Did it work? Oh, did it work?
I see it.
There it is. Sandcastle. It has dried up quite a bit. It's not really muddy at all. There's a few mud puddles here and there, stuff like that, but the ground is dried up. And we're supposed to have about 3 or 4 days of kind of dry. I think Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. They're giving chances of rain again, but it has dried up. Y'all know, y'all have heard me say it a bunch of times. It dries up pretty quick here. So kind of glad it's dried up. It's soupy muddy, or was super muddy. Now it's not. Sorry, I was getting a phone call there. Got me distracted and I had to cut the phone off. But yeah, hopefully we're out of this. We're not out of winter by no means, because it's just the first week of February. And we're supposed to be up almost in the 70s. I've noticed I got grass coming up. Where I throw some of this grass, I actually throw some grass back out here where Gary Bella's at back here in the back. I just had a little bit left over, and I just went back there and throwed it on top of the ground and let them stomp it in, and it's coming up. So, yeah, the warm weather's got everybody fooled right now. But yeah, it's first week of February, so we're definitely not out of winter. Anyway, I was just going to talk about these calves. Y'all know I took the steer off. Yesterday actually was the sales, but I was just going to kind of go over the calves and what my thoughts was, and did I make any money at it, and would I do it again? But we'll go back to the beginning. If some of y'all have been following along for a while, y'all know I bought the 2 calves and the 2 lambs, the 2 ewes, off the guy I used to work for. And I gave $800 for all 4 of them. We'll just forget the ewes for now. We just forget them. But we bought the 2. They were Angus, black Angus cattle. One was the little bull calf. He was about 2 weeks old, I think. And the other one was a heifer, and she was actually almost 3 months old. And so I bought them off him, and that in itself was really good because they weren't, just a day old or 2 day old or something like that. So they'd already kind of, got established a little bit. Wasn't in that super danger stage, I guess. So that was a positive right off the get-go for those 2 calves. But I kept them. I kept the heifer for about 5 months, and I took her and sold her, and she weighed 330 pounds when I sold her, and I went up after the fees and everything like that. I got $960 for her, so I got my $800 back right there from just from buying all 4 of them. But I'd spent $75 on a bag of milk. And I had to buy a bottle. I think the bottle was about $20 or something like that. So roughly right at $100 for the bag of milk and the bottle. Which, I didn't use the whole bag of milk for even having the 2 of them. The heifer, I probably didn't bottle feed her, but like I said, she was 3 months old when I got her. So I didn't really bottle feed her very long. And she started eating feed, and she come off the bottle. The steer, I probably took the steer off the bottle just a little bit early. because it seemed like he kind of stunted there a little bit. So I may have took him off a little bit early. I couldn't tell you right now how long I did keep him on the bottle, but he started eating feed, and when he started eating feed, I took him off the bottle. Probably should have left him on the bottle just a little bit longer, and that's why I really didn't take him when I took the heifer. It's because he got stunted there, and he went for a long time. He didn't really hardly grow. But when I took her and sold her, it seemed like that helped him, and I guess maybe she was taking food away from him because he was so much bigger than him at the time. That he actually took off once I got rid of her. But I wound up keeping him for about 10 months is about what I had him. And I can't give you an exact figure on the feed because I was feeding him 16%, just a sweet feed. And it's the same thing I feed the goats and the sheep. So I didn't have it split up to where I knew exactly what I was feeding him and what was going to them and stuff like that. But I can kind of tell you it's there at the beginning, it probably wasn't a whole bag a week, but there at the end, it might have been a little bit more than a bag a week. So if you figure up, I was feeding him a bag a week, and I can get my feed for $8 a bag. And just for easy math, we'll say I fed him for 50 weeks. Yeah, making a bunch of sandcastles. But we'll just say that I spent, making you sandcastles. 50 weeks at $8, $400. I spent $400 on feed. The $100 at the beginning, so about $500 on feed. Well, I took him off. He weighed 600 pounds, and he brought $2.70. I missed it by a week. If I'd went the weekend before, they were all going over $3 a pound. Some of them going up around $3.80 a pound, almost $4. So I missed it by a week. If I'd went a week earlier, I probably could have got about another $300 out of him. But regardless, out of that steer, I got, after their fees and everything, I got $1,560. So $1,560 and $960 is that over $2,500 for those two calves. Had about 800, 500, $1,300 in them. So definitely made some money off those calves. Not a lot. I mean, I can't retire. Not enough to even live off of, but solely. But yeah, definitely made money off those calves. So would I do it again? Absolutely. I am going to try to get a couple more. You made us down. If somebody's excited. If I could wind up, the scary thing about these calves is you can lose your hind end real fast. Yeah, you got your stone over there, your toys, and your star, all your sandcastle stuff. Like at the stockyards, there was one bottle calf there yesterday. It looked like a little red Hereford white face calf. Really super small. Probably wouldn't. Yeah. Probably less than a week old. Looked like. It looked healthy, but it brought $300, almost $400. And like I said, it did look healthy. The last time we was up there, they run two through there. One of them looked healthy, one of them didn't. And they brought almost $400 a piece. Buying at the stockyards, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know if they're sick. You don't know if there's something wrong with them. That's why they brought them to the stockyards. Because people do that. They they got something that's sick and they know it's going to die. They'll bring it, while it's still alive, and throw it in there. And if they can get, like I said, them calves getting $300 and $400. But then every who buys them, if you don't know what you're doing and don't know how to fix it, and doctor it up and keep it going, you're out $300 or $400, and that could cost you pretty fast. So it can. If I done it again, I'd like to be able to find some off with somebody, not from the stockyards. I mean, I ain't saying you can't buy them from the stockyards and can't make money at it, because a lot of people do it. But it would be me. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't buy none at the stockyards, but I would love to find somebody that had some that I could buy off of them, and do it that way. I know I'm getting somebody that's kept them for a week or something or other. I know a lot of times you used to be able to go to dairy farms and buy Holstein calves, but you can't get near as much out of a Holstein calf. But you used to be able to go buy a Holstein calf, and they would keep them for a week and feed them the milk and stuff for a week, and you could buy them at a week old, and they usually would do pretty good as long as you didn't give them scours or something. But there at the beginning, it was a lot of work. Coming up here 3 or 4 times a day, and it was cold when I got them. When I first got them, it was chilly, and coming up here and doing that, and wrestling around with 2 of them in there, trying to feed both of them. Calves, calves will nudge their heads and stuff like that, and they're not the easiest things in the world to feed. But once I got out of that stage, it's easy. I mean, you just go in there, you dump feed out, and you're done. Make sure they got water. So it was easy raising them. Honestly, other than that first bottle feeding part of it, and that, like I said, that one bag, there's over half of that bag is still left, so I didn't even go through a whole bag with them. So I would definitely do it again, and I'm gonna try. I kind of already been kind of looking around and asking around, trying to find somebody where I might be able to find some, because it is something I would be interested in doing again. Even if they're not Angus, if I can find Holsteins, that would be fine. I wouldn't mind trying to find like 2 a month and not keep them near as long. Like as long as I kept that steer 10 months. I'd like to not keep them quite that long. Get them out of off the bottle and a little bit, and then maybe try to get rid of them there. It wouldn't be as much per calf or something like that, but if I could get 2 a month and keep that rolling or something like that, wouldn't be too bad. And hopefully I got a lot more grass this year. I'm hoping all this grass will come up, and that would help. So we'll have to see how that works out this year. I'm hoping it'll come up, and hoping it'll stay and not die out this summer. So that would help it out. But anyway, enough rambling on. I just wanted to go over the calves, and I'll put the links to when we brought the bottle calves home. Maybe banding that bull or something, or I'll stick a couple of the videos in from the calves. At the end of this, they'll be at the end screen or something. But appreciate y'all watching, and appreciate you guys very much. Josie's waving bye back there. But thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.